Today on Play to Win, the SEC is already stalking the NFL. Kirby Smart brings his brain trust to Georgia. Plus, injuries, fantasy football, and Jeffrey the Edge Schechter picks the NFL Final Four against the spread on the fastest 30 minutes in football.
Play to Win is being brought to you by Toyota, the Georgia Lottery, and John Foy and Associates. Welcome to Play to Win with former Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith. Fantasy Football League previews with Adam Brown. Game analysis with Nikki Williams. Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter. Medical and injury update with Dr. Andrew Lalage. And your host, Atlanta sports veteran Bob Neal. Today's SEC report is being brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to Play to Win with Jeffrey the Edge, Nikki Williams, Bob Whitfield, and yours truly. You know, these days, even the SEC report is about the NFL because it is NFL time, ladies and gentlemen. However, I said just a moment ago, the SEC is already stocking the NFL with players as the NFL. What would they do without the Southeastern Conference? A lot of juniors declaring early. And one junior, a big name and a big guy who comes right up is the great running back from Alabama, Derrick Henry. What do you think about him going into the NFL as a running back, as a junior? He won the Heisman.
Well, Bob, I'm going to be honest with you. He's not my favorite choice for running back. I see Derrick Henry as a big, oversized running back. You've seen his likes with Brandon Jacobs, even with LeGarrette Blount, and those guys are hard to project in the NFL. You don't know if they can run in those lanes and be productive in the scatty type and catching passes out the backfield. So he's still going to be a project.
And even though he's big and fast, so are the linebackers.
Exactly.
And defensive ends and everybody else in the NFL. However, from Alabama's point of view, they have some pretty good players returning.
Yeah, Bob, they're going to be all right because all of these other draft-eligible juniors are staying put. O.J. Howard, Reuben Foster, Tim Williams, Eddie Jackson, they're all sitting pretty at Alabama, even though they could have very well gone pro. And defensive end, Jonathan Allen, he was unanimously projected as a first-round draft pick. He's sitting put. So great news for Saban. Bad news for the SEC.
All right, let's talk about Ole Miss. Ole Miss, by the way, in the preseason rankings, which we're going to talk about for next year a little bit later in the show, Ole Miss losing some players too.
Well, definitely.
Some good ones.
They're losing some good ones. But we talked about Robert Kandichi and we talked about Laquan, the receiver. But they have a big guy, Larry Tunsil. He is an offensive tackle. He started as a freshman and he missed a little time this year, but came back strong. He's only given up 2 sacks, so look for him to be a high draft pick.
And this is a man who knows offensive lineman, all-pro, Stanford, All-American, Bob Whitfield.
And huge.
I just thought I'd throw that in. And huge. I just thought I'd throw that in there right now. Now, University of Florida also losing some early entrants.
Yeah, and it's the exact opposite of Alabama. Alabama can't kick anyone out. Everyone's jumping ship kind of early at Florida. We knew that Florida was going to lose Vernon Hargraves. He'll be the top corner taken in the draft. But what was surprising to me, wide receiver Jamarcus Robinson and running back Kelvin Taylor, they're both projected to be third-day picks and could probably have benefited from another year in school, but they're going to go. Now, Florida's going to be without their leading rusher, receiver, best corner, and their top pass rusher because Alex McAllister just declared early.
Yeah, so Florida, some questions about those early entrants there. It's time now for our college football showdown presented by the Georgia Lottery. And Jeffrey, I want to take a look here with the USA Today way too early top 10 projecting next year. What do you think about this? And who's listed where? Do you have any particular argument with this list from USA Today?
I'm liking Clemson. They need to improve their defense, but I can see them number one. Bama's a factory, and Harbaugh turned Michigan into a powerhouse in 1 year.
Yeah, he sure did. He'll come and sleep overnight to get the recruit. He'll play hoops with him. He'll do anything else. I noticed that Stanford was in the top 10.
You see, that's why I canceled my subscription to USA Today. Stanford number one.
Top 10. Take it there. Too good an academic school. Being in the top 10 is a big deal, as you know, because you're also smart yourself. All right, that's it for our SEC report on Play to Win. When we come back in just a moment, we're going to hometown team report. You stay with us on Football's Play to Win.
This is the Toyota Corolla? Jump in.
Whoa, look at all this stuff.
Right.
Moonroof, Bluetooth. Is that a backup camera?
Yep. Standard.
Standard? Get out of here.
I can't, dude. Just lock this in.
Why didn't I get a Toyota Corolla?
I told you there's nothing like it.
Oh, it's so roomy. Oh, there's like...
That's enough.
The 2016 Toyota Corolla. Get a 2-year lease on a new 2016 Toyota Corolla LE for $159 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
If you're looking for a new Toyota, what are you waiting for, Atlanta? Check out the amazing deals and great selection at Stone Mountain Toyota. We'll save you a ton on a 2016 Camry, and you won't believe how low our price is on new Corolla with our January New Year's savings. Save time and shop online at StoneMountainToyota.com. We'll make it worth your drive when you visit us today. You'll be glad you did.
Stone Mountain Toyota, a great price, a great buying experience. Come in and have a cup of coffee with me today.
You're just one number off, but the game is on.
Cash 3 and Cash 4 players, your days of being just one number off from the winning numbers are over with a brand new way to play called One Off. If any or all of your numbers are just one digit off the winning numbers in exact order, you still win. That gives you tons of chances to win a bunch of cash.
Just one number off, but the game is on.
Save great games? Not with the new feature. Play Cash 3 and Cash 4 with One Off, only from the Georgia Lottery.
Start the new year in a new Nissan. During Nissan's 2016 event, choose from 7 models with 0% financing for up to 60 months, plus up to $5,000 cash back. Or lease Altima just $189 per month. But hurry, the excitement may last, but 0% on 7 models won't. Offers end February 1st. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Hometown Team Report is being brought to you by Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers, bringing a higher order of pizza to Atlanta for 40 years.
Time for our Hometown Team Report, and this week we're talking about the University of Georgia. Kirby Smart, the new head coach, has nearly completed his staff and made some significant hires. One that I like very much is Mel Tucker, who he hired from Alabama. And Bob Whitfield, let's talk a little bit about him. 44 years old, and he's had several stops along the way. Should bring a lot of experience and knowledge.
Well, definitely, Bob. Mel is a professionals coach. He is a man that knows how to get an athlete to where he needs to fulfill his potential. He has been stops in the NFL as a defensive coordinator. He was an assistant head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I like Mel Tucker just to get Georgia back to a defensive prominence.
Yeah, pretty good hire. You think it's a pretty good hire?
I do, and I think, Bob, you could argue that Kirby Smart wouldn't even have this job in Athens if it weren't for Mel Tucker and what he did with that Alabama secondary. He took over what some thought was the weakest link in Alabama's defense, started 3 freshmen, and improved the secondary 20 spots in national rankings, and saw his unit get record 19 interceptions. This guy is the real deal, and Kirby is smart to bring him along. It's his secret weapon.
Early on, looking good for Georgia. As I say, the Kirby Smart has almost completed his coaching staff hire. So take a look at the men who are there right now. We mentioned, of course, Mel Tucker, but Jim Chaney, the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. Jeffrey, what do you think about these additions here for Georgia? Do you feel better about them than you did Mark Richt? I know you didn't like him or that much his coaches.
I'll tell you after the Florida game.
What gave it away?
Problem with Georgia is we love him in September, we hate him in November. So let's get some results before we
You're hard. This man is hard to please. Okay, I want to talk about a little bit Jim Chaney, though. Bringing him in as the offensive coordinator. Kirby Smart, of course, a defensive coach. Jim Chaney, I think you like him, correct?
I definitely like Jim Chaney. He did his thing at Pittsburgh. He is what you call, he gets the most out of the players, and he can adapt an offensive system to your talent. So look for Chaney to take that Georgia offense with a freshman quarterback, Jacob Eason, coming in and mold him into being a star player in the SEC.
And somebody's got to mold the protectors of Jacob Eason, and that's the new offensive line coach, who I like a lot, Sam Pittman.
Right, and in the inner circles of coaching, Bob, most of them think that Sam Pittman was Kirby Smart's best hire right now. Sam Pittman was with Jim Chaney at Pittsburgh. He was known as one of the top recruits in the region. Before Pittsburgh, he was an O-line coach at Arkansas, and on his lines, he produced more all-SEC players than any other team and led the league in fewest sacks allowed. So if Georgia was looking to get physical up front, they've done it.
You know, we're just now getting really the feel of Kirby Smart at Georgia because he, of course, stayed with Alabama even after taking a job through the national title title game. What's your early feeling about Kirby Smart and what he's trying to build as a coaching and a foundation at Georgia?
Well, it's enough to get us hype here, Bob.
Yeah.
But for real, everything in the SEC goes through Alabama. So Kirby's going to be judged on how he handles his route in meeting up Alabama, and we'll see if he can beat them.
Still goes through Alabama, even if you're in the East and Alabama's in the West. By the way, I think it's going to be a contender for Alabama in the West this year. I think it's going to be Ole Miss. Keep your eyes peeled, and of course LSU will probably be pretty good again too. I just thought I'd throw that in for no extra charge. We're coming back in just a moment as we continue with Play to Win, and we'll take a look at the NFL players who are just getting into college. You'll figure it out in a minute.
Why can't I have a slice of yours?
You're a cartoon. You can only have cartoon pizza.
It's not fair.
Look, this pie is 100% real, and you're colored ink. It's physics, man.
Well, can you buy me a beer?
I can buy you a cartoon beer. Are you single?
It's surprise.
Everyone wants real mellow mushroom pizza because our pies use premium meats and cheeses, fresh veggies, and spring water dough baked with wheat goodness. Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza.
She said yes. You're the best man.
I got this. Nissan Sentra. With push-button start, Bose Premium Audio, and hands-free text messaging assistant. Choose Sentra, J.D. Power's highest-ranked compact car in initial quality, and save up to $22.50. Sentra, step it up.
You're the man.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Thanks to Georgia Power, we cut our energy costs by 5,400 rolls of gauze.
We cut our energy costs by 570 new library books.
And we cut our energy costs by over 7,000 eggs.
Spend less on energy and put more money back into your business. Georgia Power's Commercial Energy Efficiency Program can show you how. Get started at georgiapower.com/commercial savings.
Today's Fantasy Report is being brought to you by SD Services. Home comfort or plumbing issues? We can fix that.
Joined by Adam Brown now for our Fantasy Report. Who's hot and who's cold? Well, these are all hot. And I love what we're doing today. And he's taken the 24/7 listing of the top colleges in recruiting classes coming in as of right now.
Correct.
And you have some reasons why they're ranked where they are. So get us started.
All right, let's start with LSU. I love this time of the season. LSU thought they were going to lose their head coach. Not going to lose their head coach. Les Miles is there. They have 16 four-star recruits. Really like them this year. They might not finish number one, but they're going to be up there. Michigan's number 3, Bob's alma mater.
Hail to the victors, valiant.
Look, 13 four-star recruits, including the number 1 player in the country. It looks like he's going to head to Michigan, Rashawn Gary, a 6'5" defensive tackle out of New Jersey. Like him. And then Florida at number 5 right now. 12 early enrollees, including quarterback Felipe Franks. Felipe Franks was the backup to Jacob Eason in the U.S. Army game. The reason early entries or early enrollees are so important is because they get acclimated to school and they get to go through spring practice. It gives them a better chance to play earlier on in their careers.
Okay, let's go to the Dogs.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know.
Look, the Dogs, they're going to be just fine. They're 7 right now. I think they're going to move up. They have 2 5-star recruits, 6 early enrollees. Jacob Eason and Isaac Nauta are the 5-star recruits. But Derek Brown from Lanier High School and Mecole Hardman Jr., both recruited by Kirby at Alabama when he was at Alabama, now looking like they're going to go to the University of Georgia. And then we have, bottom of the list, number 10, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, they have 7 early enrollees. That's why they're always so successful. They have guys that come early and get to go through and learn Nick Saban's system. Then we have Georgia Tech and Georgia State.
Georgia Tech at 64, Georgia State at 129. Tech recruits a certain kind of athlete. That's
correct.
one of the reasons they don't rank so high. But if Tech likes them, then that works for Paul Johnson. And Georgia State's coming up some, you say.
They are. They have a 3-star recruit, and Georgia State really has never had a 3-star recruit. I like what they're doing there at Georgia State. They have 2 early enrollees. They have 9 hard commitments so far, including that 3-star recruit whose name is Quan Williams from West Hall.
All right. And that's it. This is Adam Brown, who knows what to tell you about on the Fantasy Report. Next up, NFL. Stay with us.
Is your heating system blowing cold air? We can fix that. Turn to the experts at Carrier and SD Services. We've been installing and repairing heating and air systems in Atlanta for 66 years. Need to get warm? We can fix that.
wreck? Get a check.
I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. If you've been in a car accident, someone needs to pay. The sooner you call, the faster we'll get started.
I was hit and my car was spun out of control. I suffered injuries all over my body. I got the upper hand. I called the strong arm. My check, $1.2 million.
In a wreck? Get a check. Get the strong arm. Attorney John Foy and Associates.
The perfect getaway vehicle is now even more perfect. The Kia Sorento is ranked highest in its segment and initial quality by J.D. Power. And right now, you can lease one for just $219 a month or get $1,500 customer cash. It also comes backed with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Discover the Sorento. Discover the new Kia. Lease the Sorento LX for just $219 a month or get $1,500 customer cash. Hurry to your nearest Greater Metro Atlanta Kia dealer today.
Bad pipes, clogs, broken water heater? We can fix that. ST's Plumbing Services, your man for all seasons since 1949, will make your plumbing problems disappear. From pesky pipes to new water heaters. We can fix that.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
All right, time for the NFL Report. And these days, the NFL Report is all about the Final Four, the conference championships. First game tomorrow afternoon starts at 3 o'clock. That is New England on the road at Denver, even though New England's favorite. We're going to get Jeffrey to talk about that in just a moment. Then the second game that starts at 6:40, Arizona will be at Carolina. So let's start with that first game first, and that is New England, the Patriots, and how are they going to do at Denver? What's your feeling about the game?
I just can't wait for the game to start because the pregame hype has been leading up to a crybaby match of epic proportions. We need a rattle and a pacifier to go through all this trash talk. Denver's claiming Tom Brady is a whiner and that he always wants the ref to bail him out on calls, and Tom Brady claims he's just that good, Bob.
He's just that good.
He's just that good. So I just can't wait for this matchup to happen because we've seen it all before. It's going to be physical, and Denver has a hell of a defense that can play well.
All right, let's follow up on that, Nikki, with the quarterbacks, with crybaby Tom Brady and never cry, always be the right guy saying the right thing, Peyton Manning.
Yeah, and Bob just said it's because he's so good. He's just that good. It's because he's that good looking. The thing with Brady is that he's still got a little bit of that GQ model in him. He does not like to be touched. He gets rid of that ball fast. He does not like to be hit. The way the Giants took him out was staying in his face. So if the Broncos want to do this, they've got to get in that $1 million bone structure of Brady's to put the pressure on him.
And one of the ways that Tom Brady uses to get rid of the ball so fast is he loves to go to Julian Edelman. We don't know exactly how healthy he's going to be. Edelman was not a factor that much in last week's game, but he likes that 1- and 2-step drop so he can get rid of the ball so he doesn't get hurt. Now here's another person, our friends from 680 The Fan, have Matt Chernoff, who is about as opinionated as Jeffrey. And I'm talking, that is Major League top of the mountain. And we want to find out what my friend Matt Chernoff thinks about these quarterbacks.
All right, thanks, Bob. It is AFC Championship Sunday. And stop me if you've heard this one before. It's Brady and Manning once again for the 17th time. These two future Hall of Famers, they'll meet in Denver for the 5th time in the postseason. But doesn't this one feel officially like it'll be Manning's last opportunity to get to a Super Bowl? We think we've said that before, but due to his health issues and the age, this will be Peyton's last stand. Can he find enough offense? Can he throw the ball effectively against a pretty good Patriot defense? Will tell a lot of the story. On the other side, I think Tom Brady, even against a very good Denver defense, with that short passing game of the Patriots, will find enough offense. Julian Edelman's the key to that team. Even as good as Gronkowski is, Edelman allows Tom Brady to get rid of the ball quickly, nullifying a pass rush. I think the Patriots are going to find their 24, 27 points, even against a good Denver defense, which puts the onus back on Peyton. Can Peyton find 27? Can he get to 30? Can he throw the ball effectively enough? I just don't think so. I like the Patriots 27-24, Tom Brady and the Pats back in the Super Bowl. Bob, back to you.
All right, Matt Chernoff, I told him to be successful on TV, and he was on TV just then, to always say, good point, Bob, and back to you, Bob. And he just did it. Plus, he wears that plaid shirt, which looks pretty good. All right, we want to come out of this, and I want to get Jeffrey the Edge, who's also very opinionated. What do you think about the line, the point spread, and New England at Denver? You're going to pick it later, but what's your overall thought?
New England's a 3-point favorite, same as they were in November when they lost in overtime. It's a good spread. Denver's a very live home dog.
All right, Cardinals, Arizona. Arizona Cardinals go to Carolina to play. And Nikki, let's start right there. And I want to find out what you think about number 11.
L'Arizona, man of the hour. He just basically took the game over to help his team win in overtime, 26-20. He is now the only wideout in the NFL to average 100 yards per game and a touchdown per game in postseason. He is on fire.
He is. Also Cam Newton and the Panthers, Bob Whitfield.
Well, I definitely like Cam Newton and the Panthers, and I like the way that Cam Newton can run the ball. And he has two other running backs behind him, but look at the quarterback as your big running threat and the offensive line to support him by opening up big lanes.
All right, Carolina favored by 3 here at home. What's your thinking about that?
Just getting back to Larry Fitzgerald, one of the biggest tragedies of football was that after Kurt Warner retired, Arizona had nobody to throw the ball to Larry Fitzgerald until Carson Palmer got there. Carolina and Arizona are the two best teams in football. Carolina is a 3-point favorite for the home field. Okay. This is a great matchup.
And you're going to pick it in just a moment, by the way. When we come back a little later in the show, he is going to pick both of those games against the spread. Only 2 games left into the Final Four. Best time of the year. I like this even better than the Super Bowl. This is an exciting weekend. Both games tomorrow afternoon and early evening. Back in a moment.
She said yes. You're the best man.
I got this. Nissan Sentra. With push-button start, Bose Premium Audio, and hands-free text messaging assistant. Choose Sentra, J.D. Power's highest-ranked compact car in initial quality, and save up to $2,250. Sentra, step it up.
You're the man.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Yeah.
Find it, guy.
You probably say it a million times a day. But at Cigna, we want to help everyone say it once a year.
Say
Cigna medical plans cover 100% of your in-network annual checkup. So America, let's go, know, and take control of your health. Cigna, together, all the way.
You're just one number off, but the game is on.
Cash 3 and Cash 4 players, your days of being just one number off from the winning numbers are over with a brand new way to play called One Off. If any or all of your numbers are just one digit off the winning numbers in exact order, you still win. That gives you tons of chances to win a bunch of cash.
Just one number off, but the game is on.
Same great games, now with a new feature. Play Cash 3 and Cash 4 with One Off, only from the Georgia Lottery.
Hello?
Hey, Jason. No need to rush. Mr. Brooks won't be in today.
Nice. Thanks.
With an aggressive new look and attitude, we took America's best-selling car in a bold direction. The Toyota Camry. What bold moves will you make? Get a low 0% APR for 72 months on the new 2016 Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Today's Player Medical and Injury Report is being brought to you by John Foy and Associates. Personal injury law. Get the strong arm.
Time for the Player Medical Report with Dr. A, the creator of InsideInjuries.com. And it is the Final Four,
Absolutely.
And these injuries become bigger than ever.
4 teams, dozens of players. We got to get into it.
Yes. Let's begin, first of all, with, I
Absolutely.
think you're going to start with New England.
Yeah, let's talk about the Patriots. So Gronkowski, everyone's speculating, is he injured, is he not injured? Our algorithm is saying that he is not. It's not going to affect him. B+, low risk. But if you look at Amendola and Edelman, main targets, B- and a D+. Last game, from a fantasy perspective, they did not do that well, although they may have acted as really good decoys. So take particular attention to that when you put your picks in. Now let's talk about the Broncos. Peyton Manning at a B grade, moderate risk, and look at all the players of the Broncos. The algorithm has placed them all pretty much in moderate risk category for their offense, and so that should be saying something when you guys pick the game and start your rosters. Let's take a look at the Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton, Greg Olsen, key guys are both in low risk category. That's saying a lot. That also probably contributed a lot to their, 1 loss or 2 loss season. David Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald on the Arizona Cardinals. David Johnson's at A grade. Larry Fitzgerald is at a B grade. And look at Carson Palmer at a C- grade. fantasy players should definitely take a look at that.
Okay, now the Arizona and New England are favored in these games.
Yep.
But based on that, without the details, based on that, who do you like from an injury point of view with a better chance to win?
So the Patriots actually have a much better chance on the offensive side of the ball because they have less injuries and they're medically more stable. So I would take the Patriots.
Okay.
And same thing for the Panthers. They're two key guys, Newton and Olsen, both medically excellent.
Okay, medically excellent is this guy, Dr. A, creator and founder of InsideInjuries.com. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment to delve into the National Football League.
In a wreck? Get a check.
A reckless driver swerved into me. I called the strong arm. My check, $675,000.
Get the strong arm. Attorney John Foy and Associates.
Start the new year in a new Nissan. During Nissan's 2016 event, choose from 7 models with 0% financing for up to 60 months, plus up to $5,000 cash back. Or lease Altima just $189 per month. But hurry, the excitement may last, but 0% on 7 models won't. Offers end February 1st. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Innovation that excites.
It can happen to anyone. The road to your recovery can be painful, both physically and financially. Protect your rights and get the lawyer who fights.
The lightning round means one thing. That means Jeffrey the Edge Schechter picks against the spread. This, of course, the AFC and NFC championship games. Let's start in the AFC, Jeffrey.
Denver has a question mark with their quarterback. New England has a question mark with their running game. I'm still going to go, I'm going to give the 3 with Brady. I like New England.
All right, how about Arizona at Carolina, +3 Arizona?
As I said, these are the 2 best teams in football. Carolina got ahead. They got a little complacent last week. When they play right, they're great, but they have these bad habits. Arizona head to toe is the best team in football. My only problem there is Palmer's finger. I still think Arizona covers the 3.
All right, so you like Arizona and New England. All right, we just got a little bit of time left, but Nikki, who do you like, not about the spread, but who do you like to win and to end up in the Super Bowl?
I like to win the battle of the pretty boy quarterbacks. I'm going Brady and Newton, Panthers and Patriots.
All right, good. Bob Whitfield.
I like Cam dabbing all over Peyton Manning. So let's see Cam and Peyton in the Super Bowl.
All right, I'm going with him. I like Cam and Peyton in the Super Bowl. That's Carolina and Denver. Can you believe it? Well, that's what we'll find out soon, won't we all? Always go with what Jeffrey says, however. All right, that's it for Jeffrey and Nikki and Bob. I am Bob. We'll see you next week on Football's Play to Win.
Play to Win has been brought to you by the Southeastern Nissan Dealers,
Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers,
and Estes Services.